Hi there, and welcome to part 3 of Social Media Marketing World 19 recap. Today, what I'm going to be talking about are the extracurricular activities, or the things that have nothing to do with business or networking, but everything to do with it. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Denise Allison. I am a live video creator, a social media marketing strategist, and a joke maker. Now, for the last 2 days, I've been talking about my experiences at Social Media Marketing World 2019, and this was the second time that I've been. So the first time was a lot of tiredness and jitters and all those other things, and this time I feel like I really could make the most of my experience. So one of the great things that I did this year was I joined the chorus. Now, this wasn't something that I really set out to do, and it's kind of a funny story how I actually put myself in that situation, and here's the short version of it. When I signed up for Social Media Marketing World 19, there were pop-up groups, or maybe those groups still exist, but there were groups created on Facebook about various facets of social media marketing world. One was video creation, one was connections, and there was a whole bunch of other things. And the point is, in one of those groups, there was a thread that was like, post a picture of what you're doing today, and I shared a picture of me with a cup of coffee because that's usually how I look. And I was on my way to a rehearsal for a play that I was in, and I captioned it something like getting coffee pre-rehearsal. And then Phil Marchand, who is the director of Social Media Marketing World, he commented on it and asked me about what kind of show it was, and was like, hey, we do musicals every year. And I was like, yeah, I saw Beauty and the Beast last year at Social Media Marketing World. They have a bit of a twist, so don't get thinking that we watched all of Beauty and the Beast. I said, yeah, it was great. I was a dancing napkin in our production here. So he messaged me and was like, yeah, every year we do a musical. Would you be interested in joining? And I said, no. I said, no, not the musical per se, but if there's some kind of like chorus, that is something that I could do and is within my comfort level. So then basically we chatted a little bit about that, and when the call for chorus came out, because we get lots of emails from Social Media Marketing World, I unfortunately don't pay attention to all of them, but when that one came through, I was like, yeah, that's something I could do, and it would be a lot of fun. So I signed up for the chorus. That's still a little bit outside my comfort zone, but I did it, and we got to sing 2 songs. One was with, it was a mashup of The Greatest Show, so I'm going to show you that right now, hopefully. All right. All right, so bear with me, because I was having some issues with this. Okay, so just listen. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, yeah. Fun, right? Did you see me on the screen? Maybe not, because we're all wearing the same shirt, but that was one of the best things that I did, because, in part 1 we talked about the sessions, and in part 2 we talked about chatting with people outside in the hallways. So the sessions, they're quite businessy. They're what you're there for at the end of the day. And talking outside in the hallways, as much as I like to look at it as friend making time, it still does have an air of networking and businessing, and people asking, so what do you do? A little tip for you is, if you want to have a great conversation with somebody, don't start it off by, so what do you do? side note here again is yesterday I showed you a video of me playing Jenga. I wasn't in the video, but I was part of the Jenga playing. And here's the thing that you might not know about me. I hate losing. And it came to a point in this giant Jenga game where there were literally no pieces left that I could pull without the whole thing toppling down. So I wasn't gonna go out that way with, trying to pull a piece that I knew wasn't gonna come out. So instead, I karate kicked the Jenga tower and made like a whole display of me losing the Jenga. So for the rest of the evening, whenever I met somebody, I introduced myself by saying, "Hi, I'm Denise, and I just karate kicked the Jenga tower." And that's how I introduced myself to Pat Flynn, and it led to more exciting conversations than, "So what do you do?" So keep that in mind whenever you're at some kind of networking event. So the point here is that the chorus really had nothing to do with trying to elbow rub and schmooze yourself or learning about social media. It was just a whole bunch of people who shared a love of performing and wanted to sing in the background of these songs. So the great thing was we got to know each other quite well, especially the people who were in our singing group. So shout out to my alto twos. And so it was great that we got to see them over and over again and really build some relationships, because one of the downsides of social media marketing world is there are 5,000 people there. It's very likely that you will meet someone really cool and never see them again. And building relationships and building, collaboration partners and clients and what have you, they really, they require you to meet people multiple times. So it was really great to be able to spend a half a day and then other bits of the day with the same people and actually being able to get to know them and make some friendships there. So that was great. So let me show you another picture of us. So here we are. This is the chorus. Let's see if I can move it. Apparently I cannot. All right, so here we are in the chorus. I don't know why I made it so big. But basically, yeah, I'm in here. I'm beside this really tall person. Why am I standing in the back? I'm not a tall person. That's just kind of how that ended up being. It wasn't really made much sense because you can't really see me, but that's where I decided to stand. So that's what you have. So that was lots of fun. And like I said, that was a mashup of The Greatest Showman. And then by some serendipity on the plane on my way back, that movie was available to watch. And I had checked on my way over and it wasn't available, and it was on the way back. So I watched it. I had never seen it before, and it was kind of like gave me some feelings of my remembering social media marketing world. And so those songs will always have that effect on me. And then, okay, so the chorus was so much fun, and this is just a little preview of how the chorus went. It's basically me telling jokes and the other alto twos laughing. This is just one of the pictures of everyone around me laughing. I don't really know why that kept happening, but everything I said made them laugh. It could have been this overtiredness, but look at this picture. It's so amazing. And I don't really remember what I was talking about. I don't really know what I am looking at. But it was just a great experience to be able to join the chorus and get to build those friendships with people that I otherwise probably wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to meet. So if you can sing at all, you don't need to be a great singer. I can tell you that I am not. And you are going to social media marketing world, definitely consider joining the chorus. It's a fun time. It does mean you need to spend a little bit more time there, get up a little bit earlier, especially on Friday morning after the big party at Park, but you really won't regret it. So speaking of Park is this big bar place where the big party is on the Thursday night, and there's this giant karaoke room dance floor, but it's not your typical karaoke because the band is actually playing the music and you have backup singers. So it was a great time. It was so much fun. We put in a request, me and some of the girls that I showed you in this picture. We had put in a request to sing Don't Stop Believing, you know, that great karaoke song that everyone wants to sing. We put in that request at the beginning of the night, and I'm pretty sure it was the before last song. And by then they had left. So I pulled in Tina and two other random people who had been standing there and waiting and want to get on stage. I said, hey, do you want to join us? Because the people who are supposed to be with us have left. So that was fun, but it was great. Everyone was singing along the whole time. There was great desserts. It was 80s night, so everyone was dressed up. Now here's a little preview of what that night looked like in terms of the costumes. You might be able to see me. I don't know if you can really see my mouse, but I'm over here on like the left side. I have a pink baseball cap. And I mean, if you were gonna guess how many people in this picture are from the Maritimes, what would you say? And I will tell you the answer in just a minute. But here's the thing. I counted really quickly how many people from the Maritimes were at Social Media Marketing World and were at this party. And I could come up to 10 people right away. There were a few others, and I'm sure I've forgotten to count them, but it's really cool to have like a giant group, you know, giant to us Maritimers, giant group of Maritimers over in San Diego at Social Media Marketing World. So anyway, the great thing about Park is that the conversations were more casual. There was less, so what do you do? And more just people having fun, people having a good time, connecting on a different level, and just enjoying themselves and not being schmoozy, the word of the day, and trying to do those types of business things, but just having a good time, singing some songs, having some drinks, and eating all the dessert. So there was like a pre-society party downstairs, and they poured this liquid onto these cold pizza pans, and they took a spatula and they scooped it up and turned it into like little ice cream burritos, and then put all kinds of treats on top of it. So that was delicious. And there's all these little shots of like banana cream pie, and I don't even know what else. These mini donut makers. It was delicious. Probably everyone ate way too much food, but that was a great party. Last year I missed the party because I was so tired and jet lagged, and I don't know. Last year I did what I needed to do, but there were some things that I missed out on just because it was my first time. I didn't know, and I was just too tired, but I'm really glad I made it to the party at Park this year. All right, so that's really what I want to talk about today. The activities that are really outside of the official learning and the official networking, but are still great opportunities to meet people and great opportunities to have real conversations that aren't the same conversation that you have with everyone else. I encourage you to do that regardless, because people will remember you if you talk about something interesting, but sometimes, you know, it can't be helped because that's the atmosphere you're in. So it's really great that Social Media Marketing World gives you those other opportunities where it's not just straight up business all the time. All right, so that's what I had to say for today. This was part 3 of the recap, so that is the end. I won't be doing any more recaps, although you can bet that it might, you know, make its way into the conversation. Now, for those of you who want to work with me a little bit closer and learn more about live video, I invite you to the Live Video Formula, which is a small group program. We're going to be about 3 or 4, I mean plus me, 3 or 4 students, and I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know to create your very own live video show. So starting from the focus and the theme of your show and taking you all the way to how to profit from your live video show. And so that is starting The date has changed, but that is starting next Thursday on the 11th of April. So if you want to learn more about the live video formula, I'll be putting the link below in the comments. And if you want to know more, you can send me a DM or an email, or we can set up a chat. And I'm looking forward to having some of you inside of that program. All right, everyone, thank you for being with me here today, and I'll see you all next week for another episode of the Art of Online Marketing live show.